4, 3, 2, 1. Malcolm, thank you for being here, and thank you to the listeners for tuning in and joining us on this journey. Malcolm had a very special request. He wanted to start the day talking about his day. Before he gets started, I have something on my mind that's haunting me. Why the fuck are you late again, nigga?
Oh my goodness.
No, let's talk about it. And I hope your day has something to do while you're late again. And over 2 hours late. Come on, let's talk about it.
It is what it is.
Talk to me.
Today's funny though. Today's a funny day. Woke up. My battery's fucked up on my phone, right?
Right.
So I didn't leave it on the charger last night because I'm not gonna touch. I'm gonna leave it. I didn't think it was gonna die because notifications aren't gonna come on, right?
No lie, I called you this morning and I thought you hung up and then turned your phone off to ignore me.
This morning or afternoon?
This morning.
Like before 12?
Like 7 o'clock type shit. That's when I wanted to tell you, like, yo, we gotta go work out.
That's what I'm saying. If I had everything set, things would have been different. So I woke up, my phone dead, right? And mind you, my battery's fucked up already, right? Mm-hmm. So I wake up, I put my phone on charge. I'm like, you're just gonna take what, a minute for it to turn back on? I'm still sleeping because I don't know what time it is. Mm-hmm. So I'm still sleeping because I'm thinking I'm supposed to be in Brooklyn at 12 o'clock.
Right.
So phone charging, I'm still laying down. I check my phone, say 20 minutes go by. I check my phone. It still shows the battery. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Is it my charger? So I switch chargers, put on my little brother charger. Same thing. I go downstairs, put on my sister charger. Same thing.
So your phone is just not charging at this point?
Not charging at this point.
Okay.
Not charging at all. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I go back upstairs, put it on my charger. Right? It's charging. And then that's when I call. And I had to go pick up my money for work this week. I do a little roofing. So I had to go pick up my money. So I call the boss. I'm like, oh, I had to call my little brother phone. And then as soon as I got off the phone with him, I called you. And he was like, yo, we got a session at 11. Come out. I'm going to send you the Addy, everything.
You just start getting hit with crazy messages.
I'm using my little brother phone calling on y'all. Then I try to call Serena. Shout out to Serena. That's my baby girl.
You probably was shook.
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm going to call her, tell her what it is. What's up with my phone.
Okay.
So I do call the boss, call you, and call Serena. Right? And then I go back upstairs, check my phone. My phone's finally on. I see the message like, yo, we got a session at 11, trying to get here at 9. I'm like, it's already past 9, right? Yeah. It's already past 9. And then the boss texts me like, yo, you could come pick up your money. So I head out there, right? This is the funny shit. Bro, I head out there. I'm heading more out east, like 20 minutes out east.
Uh-huh.
Bro, I get my money. Now I'm about to say I'm on my way to Brooklyn, right? Okay. My older brother called me. He was like, yo, your wallet's at the crib. I'm like, yo, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. And then my mom called me. You know you left your wallet here, right? So I get home and I usually have my ID first thing right there. Uh-huh. My ID's not there. And I see some 2 other cards. I'm like, yo, where's my debit cards at? And then I check. Them shits is like in a little socket. Mm-hmm. Bro, I had my wallet on top of my car and I dipped.
Wait, what?
Yes, had my wallet on top of my car, and then I dipped.
And it fell like in the driveway?
It fell in the street on my block, though. And thank God, one of my neighbors found it. No, one of the dudes that do landscaping found it. Mm-hmm. And then I guess knocked on the person they were cutting lawn.
And
the homeowner, yeah.
You a lucky motherfucker.
Bro, bless, bro, because I could have came out here with no ID, nothing. I would have been valid regardless of the fact.
Being out here with it is not the thing. You'd have had to fucking get your whole life back.
Yeah, bro. So I go back home, go get the ID. You come like, yo, I can't push back the workout session to 12. I have to go. Bro, this shit, the workout session was an hour and a half from my crib. I'm like, yo, I'm going to be 30 minutes late. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go to the park and work out, right? I'm going to go to Diamond in the Ponds, work out, right? I'm on my way there. This fucking police right there misdirecting traffic the other way. I'm like, yo, ain't no fucking way, bro.
What?
And I'm looking to my left. Now I have to make a right. I'm looking to my left. Straight traffic. I'm like, bro, I don't have enough time to spin the block and be on traffic to get to this park. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to go to the other park down the street. I go to the other park down the street, right? Yeah. Boom, bust down my pre-workout. Bro, I run one lap. I start having the fucking bubble guts, bro.
Word.
Start having the fucking bubble guts, bro. Stomach's rumbling. I'm like, yo.
Okay, so I want the listeners to know this is not like a foreign thing to you. You have a gay stomach.
With this new pre-workout, this shit make me take a shit.
Pre-workouts makes you shit?
This pre-workout, it make me, I don't know what it is, it make me shit.
That sounds kind of productive to working out.
Nah, that's good though. It's cleaning the system and we gonna get right. That shit felt good though. Bro. So look.
Yo, wait, hold on. Go ahead. I'll tell you this after. Go ahead.
So I get there, run my one lap, and now I gotta take a shit. I'm like, God damn, let me go to the bathroom here. They were like, due to COVID, the bathroom is closed. This whole section is closed off. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, damn, I gotta go home. So I'm walking. I'm like, oh, I'm feeling. So I start running. Get in the car. I'm driving. I'm like, damn, blasting music. Bro, I go take a shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, I'm not letting this park defeat me. That's my whole mindset now, bro. Because I'm like, I'm not working out at home, bro.
Right,
it's boring.
Right.
I gotta go back to the park. So I go back to the park, do my little workout, do my little hour workout. Felt good, felt amazing. And then, fuck, it's like an hour, then now I'm here.
So that's why you late. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro.
That was my third shit already today.
Oh, okay. But I'm not even gonna lie to you. If you had shit on yourself, you would have been on time.
No.
So you could have did that. Yo, but that's funny though, right? When's the last time you shit on yourself?
6th grade?
Bro. 12th grade, high school.
You too old.
Let me tell you what happened, right? So this is when I was trapping, right? I used to sell candy in high school. I was a legit drug dealer, like top of the line. like this shit was illegal in school. Like you get suspended for selling candies, but I was doing it anyways. You know what I mean? I was cool with the dean, so I was sliding my little Kit Kat under the table. You know what I mean? It was a cool vibe.
Keep quiet.
So me and a couple of my friends, we go to BJ's. Now BJ's is, I would say, on the bus about 45 minutes an hour away from my house.
Okay.
Now this, I think I talked about this on the podcast before. I was on a no carb diet before this shit was even cool. This was like 6-7 years ago. I was like probably like 240 pounds at that point, fresh off from 300. So I was literally eating broccoli, chicken, and fucking water for 3-4 months. I'm like, you know what? Football season, niggas just worked out. Now I want something to eat. Hey, we stopping at Burger King. Stop at Burger King, got me a large fries, little spicy chicken sandwich. That shit was good. That shit was good. I was excited. So then we go to BJ's. Me and BJ's. I'm like, this shit bubbling a little bit. Feel me? But, you know what I mean? It's not a big deal. I was like, damn, should I even go to get the candy? I probably should head home right now. Fuck it, we got
get the candy from BJ's.
From BJ's. Okay. I'm like, fuck it, let's go get the candy. Now, if you guys are listening to this and you're not from New York City, the public transportation system is unpredictable. It's unpredictable. You can wait 5 minutes to get a bus, or you can wait 45 minutes and a bus still doesn't come. Dang. Right? It's actually a little easier now because I think they have apps and stuff where you could time it. But this was before all of that shit happened. So come from BJ's. Now my stomach is bubbling. I tell my mans and I'm like, yo, bro, I'm about to go into that restaurant right there and see if I could take a shit. Because I don't think I'd be able to hold this up. It's like, yo, bro, stop being a bitch ass nigga, son. We about to get on the bus and go home. Long story short, we waiting on the bus. The bus takes 30 minutes to come. Now I'm ready to shit. But the bus is coming. So I got to make a decision. Do all my mans and them leave me? Because it's late. Niggas got curfew. We in high school. Do all these niggas leave me and I go shit there by myself and carry these 2 duffel bags full of candy by myself, or just take the trip with them and they help me out with it? Fuck it, got on the bus. Now, at Ralph Avenue, I had to get off another bus and transfer to get in front of my house. That bus is taking long. At this point, I'm in cold sweats, bro. Like, I'm sweating, like, no homo, my butt is quivering just yo, my butthole is quivering just to say close, son. Mm. So the other bus is not coming. I'm like, fuck it, I gotta walk. Now I'm doing some weird ass walk where I'm clenching my butt and just like swinging my legs forward like yeah, my ass is on fire. I swear to God, on everything I love, a block and a half from my house on one of them little swings, nigga, mad shit just started coming. Yo, and it was so embarrassing. My man's was with me, and obviously my man's with me. He know what's going on. He know I got a shit. Nigga dropped me off, and I respect it. Yo, somebody shout out to you, cause he act like he wasn't smelling the shit.
You know he smelled that.
I know I smelled it. Nigga, it's my shit. And then I think it was the next day. He's like, "Yo, bro, you shit yourself." I'm like, "Duh, nigga."
You ready,
bro? Try to sit down on the toilet, shit everywhere. This shit's already coming out, bro. This shit's in my pants. I had to throw everything out. Oh my goodness. One of the most embarrassing days of my life. But it could have been a lot more embarrassing. Imagine I let this shit go on the bus.
That's
God was with me.
It's sitting in shit all day.
All day. Now I would have I don't know what I would have did. Imagine shitting yourself on a bus as a kid. At that age, public humiliation is the worst thing in life.
Hell yeah.
As a kid,
they got a nickname for you.
Oh, bro, what? Easily. I wouldn't be able to go back to school. I probably would have got banned from the bus or some shit like that.
Shitty butt.
Shit butt.
Shit butt. What they call you? Burger mouth?
Burger mouth, doodle mouth, all types of dumb shit.
Damn. Would you get bullied or that was valid?
Nah, them niggas couldn't bully me. I would whoop every single one of them niggas. It was
straight from Trini.
Cool vibes, Trini nigga. It's actually another Trini nigga that gave me that name. Shout out to Bruce. Bruce the Trini kid. But another thing that you brought up in your little soliloquy, you was talking about you weren't able to call Serena.
Yeah.
So, all right, so I'm not gonna ask you that question, but men have cheated before. And as a man, most times when you have cheated before, your girl probably called you and you had to ignore her call. And it probably hurt you deep, deep inside. Almost as deep as you was in shorty guts. Right?
Talk to him though.
And it just looks bad. Your shorty calls you can't answer. Yeah. It looks bad. But there have been times where you've legitimately haven't been doing anything. You're probably chilling with the boys, your phone died, or something like that happened. What happened to you? Your phone dies and you're sleeping. Yeah. You wake up scared as shit. Because shorty, I mean, you and your shorty in a different frequency right now. You guys have a great relationship. But but in certain relationship, that's an issue.
Oh yeah, definitely is. Mm-hmm. That's a definitely you could feel that. Like damn, I gotta
call. Yo, Keanu, let me borrow your phone, bro. I gotta call Serena right now. I mean, let's talk about it. Your phone has died many a times. We've been out chilling, and Serena is hitting niggas up. Yeah, like where the fuck is Mal at? Tell this nigga Mal call me right now.
Yeah, that's a fact. And I don't blame her for doing it.
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because her phone died and it's like oh shit. I would hit up her friends and do the same thing. Like, what's up? What's going on? Yeah. But like it was more of like, oh shit, I need my phone on because first of all, I gotta go get my money and I gotta go see if we still doing 12 o'clock. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew something could have switched.
That's it's like a bad day for that to happen because you got business to take care of.
Bro. So, but you know, we blessed, we here, and it is what it is.
It is what it fucking is. And you had a great day so far.
Yeah, bro.
I had a great fucking day. Shout out to my son E. This nigga is one of the best trainers in New York City, and I'll put the fucking stamp on that. You know how I am. I really don't like social media niggas. Yeah. He's one nigga. When he posts a story, I'm gonna listen to because he's genuinely motivating. Okay. Like when I look at his shit, I'm like, yeah, bag season. Okay. Ape challenge. He's a fucking ape, and I'm trying to be an ape too. Him. Yeah.
Show me him.
We gonna work out with him next week.
Oh yeah, we on that next week. Yo, we here, bro.
Yeah, facts. We here, bro. We trying to become apes.
Yeah, I've been an ape though.
Yeah, facts. Even though you shouldn't call us an ape because you white.
Wait, you don't want that. He the dude that with the beard and everything.
Yeah, the big beard.
The big beard. Oh, yep. You was working out with him? Oh,
yeah, I was working out with him. Yeah. Nigga got me right. I was dying.
That would have been cool.
Facts.
I've been following my son on IG.
Oh, you follow him on IG? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nah, yeah. He gets right. So, E, we look forward to working out with you. And we're actually going to have him on a podcast, too.
Hell yeah, we got to.
Second week in September. Very humbling story. I think he has a great story. Yeah. And he's going to have a great story. I actually wanted to come in here and talk to you about what a man goes through when he's going through a heartbreak. Mm-hmm. But I know you never experienced no heartbreak and nothing like that before.
I experienced heartbreak, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Real move.
But when you're talking about going through a heartbreak, you can't say it is what it is though, because it's not is what it is.
I'm not.
A heartbreak is a heartbreak.
Yeah, but you a man, you prevail.
You do prevail, but what about while you're in that?
But you a man, you prevail.
What about when you're in purgatory? What about when you're going through that pain? Talk to me. How does that go for you? Tell me about one of your heartbreaks.
Nah. You a man and you prevail. That's what it is. And that's what I'm gonna tell you. You could talk to him about it.
No. Last week you ducked the question.
I'm not ducking.
You're a media trade.
What you mean?
You know how to come out smooth from under question. So wait, I want the listeners to hear this. Malcolm Stowe, you essentially have never been through a heartbreak by what you're saying. Because while you're in that situation, just to say it is what it is not the emotions that comes up. We understand logical thinking could prevail after a while. But after your girlfriend, boyfriend just leave you, you're not thinking like it is what it is. That's dismissing real emotions.
It's not dismissing real emotion. Is you are a man and your job is to excel as a man, as a person. You understand what I'm saying? And that should be your goal. And when you do that, you mainly focus on yourself. And whoever's around you, you're gonna make them better because you're trying to make yourself better. So that's why it really is what it is. And today, my saying it is what it is because of all the situations that happened this morning. It is what it is. I couldn't change it. You know what I'm saying? My wallet falling down. Thank God I got it. You know, going to the park, having to take a shit. Went back to the park, being late here. Like I said, it is what it is, and I'm here to prevail.
Do y'all hear this nigga right now? He's comparing a heartbreak to leaving his wallet at home. Yo, you are great. Yeah, bro, I respect you. Hey, for all the people out there that might be going through a heartbreak, keep your head high. You know what I mean? Every day is not the same. Some days you're happy, some days you're down. But you got to prevail like what you said.
Yeah.
But keep going, man.
You have to keep going forward. That's what life is about. And when you keep going forward, everyone around you gets better. You know? And that's what you're really on this life for, to make yourself better and whoever is truly around you to make them feel like they have to do more.
So can you just give me, say a girl breaks up with you, your long-term relationship breaks up with you. What is your mindset the next day?
The same thing it was before. I'm trying to become a better Malcolm.
And no emotions, no crying, none of that.
We went through that already.
When did we go through that?
I'm saying though, we went through that already. So it is the same thing. So
the first time for you, did you cry?
No.
Word. Yeah, bro. You a real ass nigga, bro. You need
I'm capping. But but for real. But like you said, bro, you live life, you feel a certain situation, and then you succeed at it.
Yeah, facts.
You know, you go through life to fail and succeed at it.
But
you could talk to him about it. If you have something to say.
I don't got nothing to say. I just want people to know that, you know what I mean? Niggas do get emotional, females do get emotional, and I just wanted to send a positive message out there for anyone that might be going through something. Anybody listening to this right now, just know that you're always going to be better. You are always going to prevail, like Malcolm said, but there are going to be those rainy days.
There are going to be rainy days, but like I said, you only do whatever makes you better as a person.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And if you're going through that situation, you could also look at it as, hey, this shit is just going to make me stronger. It's going to teach me how to handle future situations.
Yes. And that's why people say failure is the greatest thing.
Okay.
Because you learn from him.
You
study someone else that failed a lot, you learn from them and you know, I can't do that. I can't act like that. I can't do that. I shouldn't put that much up. I should put this much up.
Yep.
So it's beautiful. And you talk about relationships.
Talk to me.
Let's talk about my man. Let's talk about the relationship that's going on with Kanye and Kim.
Kim and Kanye. What's wrong with them?
Kanye. It's just Kanye just exposing, I would say, white supremacy, and that's really what I could say. Looking at it like as a whole, as their relationship.
Okay.
He's exposing white supremacy, in his eyes, white supremacy. But you can see the two different barriers that they live in. Kanye is more of a church going person, right? He has changed as a person.
As of recently,
yes.
Okay.
Church going person. And then when you see Kim K, everything she does is not really Christianity.
She's a woman of the world. So you think that's where the clash is coming from?
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Why do you think it's exposing white supremacy? I don't get that personally.
Of everything that they do. And like Kanye would know more, obviously, but as in everything they do, as in doing Playboy stuff, you know, all that.
How's that white supremacy though?
That's what I'm saying. This is what Kanye is saying. He's exposing it. He said it.
Okay, so before we even jump into that topic, I'll say I am extremely hurt by the fact that Kim and Kanye is probably going to be divorced. Because, so you look at Kim K, right? We could say that both of them are clout chasers. Even though they're very famous, very successful. Kim K, she was married for 30 days at one point, right? Released a porn tape. It's like everything someone like that does, you have to look at it with, like, you know what I mean, with a side eye.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what's really going on there? Is this really real? And that's how I felt when both of them first got married. I'm like, that's not real. It's not going to last for long. And then you see them have kids, and you see that they both really love their kids. And oh shit, this is a real marriage. And I swear to God, I had a lot of faith in both of these people. I'm like, they're going to make it.
That's true.
And now to see this happening, it's kind of like disheartening.
It is disheartening. But if you really look at Kim K past and what Kanye's turning to, and what news is recently coming out about her talking to Meek Mill and who else? Oh, and Drake making a lyric.
So
about
basically,
her.
Kanye put out the news that Kim K tried to crack Meek Mill's head in a hotel in Paris or somewhere.
Talk about prison reform. Yeah.
He's about to have something locked up in that room, huh?
That's crazy.
He's about to reform something.
That's some real prison reform. But it's crazy to really think about, like, hush. Like, if you really think about it, because Kanye West is changing as a person, and her lifestyle, it doesn't correlate. She needs all this extra stuff going on to stay hot,
bro. But to be honest, so let's think about this, right? Since Kim and Kanye has been together, who's been the more flamboyant out there one that everyone's like, yo, you're bugging? It hasn't been Kim K.
It hasn't been Kim K, but that's because Kanye West. That's Kanye West though, and he's changing as a person.
He's becoming more crazier.
No, he's becoming more creative. Like you said, we got. The only reason why I give Kanye his respect because you got gentlemen like Dame Dash giving him respect recently on the Earn Your Leisure podcast episode. Dame Dash saying his album's gonna be great. Dame Dash saying Kanye West's album's going to be great, and that is one of his influences. Kanye West. He's like, I love when one of my students become one of my teachers.
Okay.
And if you really think about it, Kanye West put up $2 million for George Floyd's daughter. Right?
That was a big shout out to Kanye West. Yeah. And I hate the fact that, and we could tie this into the entire rally that he had. I hate when someone like Kanye and Trump does something really good and really beneficial to people. Mm-hmm. We choose not to pay attention to it. Mm-hmm. And that was big.
That was very big.
And you
Who
could
else
say,
did it?
And that's the thing. People could say, hey, Kanye has it. He has money. Bro, billionaires don't just give out millions.
Yeah.
He went out there, he protested. I personally have an issue with all these celebrities protesting and posting videos of it, but they all do it. If we're not going to judge everyone, we can't judge Kanye. Mm-hmm. He was out there, he was with the people, he was protesting.
Yeah.
He gave money to George Floyd's family.
Yes.
Let's commend that. And what happened in the rally, he said some nut shit, right?
Okay.
First thing, Harriet Tubman. What did he say?
Oh yeah, what did he say about Harriet Tubman? He said, basically saying Harriet Tubman, she didn't really free slaves because she just took them and made them work for other whites. So that's not really freeing a slave. So his mindset is, if you basically are an employee and that's your mindset, you are a slave.
Not only an employee, if you're an employee in a white supremacy run country and black people's decisions are still hinged upon what white people deem like important and necessary, you're technically still in servitude to them, right?
Yeah.
And that's what happened right after slavery. The issue with Kanye is a smart person may have gotten that message across better instead of it being so inflammatory. Like, oh, she didn't free anybody, because she actually did.
She did, yes.
But from an academic standpoint, I get where he's coming from.
Yes.
But Kanye is not academic, and he tries to get across all these super deep concepts, and he just sounds fucking ridiculous. But
he's a rapper though.
So don't talk about it.
You can't say
he's
don't
a politician
talk about.
He's not a rapper anymore.
You don't say don't talk about it. It's just that if that was in a song, everyone's saying, yo, that's flames.
That's a great point that you had earlier too. Yeah. That a lot of shit that Kanye says is nuts,
but it's a hot lyric.
It's a hot lyric, and I think that. So you think that's his strategy to be like his politician strategy to drop hot bars like he did when he was a rapper?
You had some funny shit.
What?
I was working with my bed. Shout out to my bed Corey. We was working. He was like, I wouldn't want Kanye as my president. What if some shit going on and he in the fucking studio making a song?
Well, if he becomes president, he's probably gonna have to give that shit the fuck up.
Yeah,
that music shit up. But not to get off topic, what was I saying? Yeah, so Kanye West in that rally said a lot of intelligent things. Let me pull it up real quick. He said a lot of things, and what I hate about it is that we only
definitely a lot of intelligent.
Bro, we only focus on the negative shit, and that's dangerous. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Down as a person too.
Yeah, and it's dangerous because they do it on the opposite. I'll explain that in a little bit. One of the smart things he says is that he apologized for wearing a MAGA hat. Mm-hmm. And no one brought that up, which I think should have been the number one shit. He's like, the reason I wore the MAGA hat is because these fucking Democrats is out here bullshitting. Yeah, they out here not doing nothing for black people and taking advantage of the black vote. Mm-hmm. So guess what? Kanye West, as a powerful black man, I'm going to show you, fuck you. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to work for this community. Right? You're going to have to work for my vote. You're going to have to work for my cosign. Because let's not forget, when Barack Obama won the presidency in 2008, one of his big cosigns was who? Jay-Z. Kanye West could have been that cosign for Hillary Clinton, but no, fuck you, Hillary, because you guys aren't actually doing anything for black people. No. They didn't address that.
Not at all. They didn't address about him talking about ownership. Big thing about ownership.
What did he say about ownership?
He was just saying how there's no one of color empowerment. And there's no one on the board. He was like, I wasn't on the board of Adidas, and that's maybe why he signed a deal with Gap.
Which is crazy. I think he's still with Adidas though.
Probably is, but I believe he just did a deal with Gap.
Yeah, he did.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be his name and then Gap.
Well, he was talking about Gap also. He's like, he's not on the board at Gap.
He said I know he said he's not on the board of
Adidas
and
Gap.
I don't think he said anything.
No, he said both of them.
No, there's no way. He didn't say anything about Gap. He just said he's not on the board. He's like, I wasn't on the board at Adidas.
But regardless, so let's say he didn't say that. What else smart things did he say? I think I have a few.
Talking about agriculture, saying you get tax breaks if you are a farmer. Right. That's that. You know, he's just talking about smart business stuff. I feel like he's a mix between a Republican and a Democrat. He's just smart shit, bro, that you really should be thinking about as a person.
But because he's Kanye West, one of the smartest things I think he brought up was the point about the abortion thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I mean, I really don't be on social media like that, so I don't know what the issue is with what he said about abortion. Do you know what people were saying about the abortion like concept that he had to give women $50,000 for if they were ever to get pregnant?
Yeah, then he switched it to $1 million.
I think he said $1 million first and switched it to
50, then $1 million. Then he was like, I can't do the 50,000 because of this. But it's an idea what he was saying.
But why are people so like up in arms about that? Why don't people like that concept? Because I love it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Can you tell me why people don't like it?
No, I can't tell you why. Why would you not like it? I'm not against him giving you money for having a kid and then letting his organization take care of the child.
Exactly. So
because money is the problem.
So a couple of things. I think this is going to be the most beneficial to black people. Right? If a quick history lessons, if you guys did not know, Planned Parenthood was created by a woman called Margaret Sanger, who was an extreme racist. Right? She essentially did what Hitler did with not birth control, with abortions. I think it's like 60 million black kids have been killed since the inception of abortion, unproportionately. I think like guys, this is not a real stat, don't hold me to this, but I think it's like over 50% of all the abortions since abortions has been a thing has been black women, and over like 70% have been women of color, black women, Hispanic women. So I know people don't look at this, but it's really a mass genocide on the black community, right? Have you ever seen where these Planned Parenthood offices are?
So in majority areas where black and Hispanic
in the hood, in the fucking hood, right? So if Kanye West as a man is saying, "Hey, I was almost killed as a kid," and yo, he's so egotistical. When he said that shit, he started crying. Kanye couldn't imagine a world without Kanye.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Yo, he dead. He was like, "Yo, fuck." He even cried that much when he was talking about his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But he said his daughter was almost killed because he planned on doing it, right? And all he's saying is, "Listen, I understand the struggle. I understand people get pregnant and people can't take care of kids, but let's not kill them." The government just came up with $100 trillion just to give motherfuckers. Bro, you could slide 50,000 to single poor mothers who make under a certain amount of money. Obviously, you're not going to give someone who makes $300,000 a year. people who are living below the poverty line, give them some incentive to keep that kid. Mm-hmm. Think about where America would be if we had 60 million more black people.
That's true.
I'm just saying, bro.
That's a big number if you really think about it. That's true. What if happens if we had 60 million black people?
So I'm just saying, I think that's a great idea.
It is a great idea because that's what the problem is. It's really money.
Yes,
you know, and we know situations, you know, sad to say, you know, people can get raped, which is truly sad. Mm-hmm. But I bet accident does happen. You're in a relationship with someone. Accident does happen. Money could be money. Money's the main issue with a lot of things.
Everything. I would say everything.
Everything.
Yes.
Money and credit. My credit fucked up, so I get this, but I gotta pay this much. I can't get this because my credit fucked. I can't get this because I don't have enough money.
Yes.
Like,
especially of middle class and poor people, money is
no such thing as a middle class. You rich or you poor?
Hey, brother, you on the knowledge right now.
You really rich or you poor?
That's a fact. I agree with that, and that's why I say poor people, middle class, whatever you want to call it, their life is dictated by money. And to get into a deeper conversation,
everything's dictated.
I think that's why a lot of people get depressed when they get rich. Because their whole life has been dictated, all their money has been geared towards finances. Then you get rich and you think all your problems are going to be solved, and none of them are solved. You just have to shift energies.
But you know how I feel when you say this. You say, that's why I think a lot of rich people are depressed and etc. Well, maybe we know there's more poor people depressed than there is rich people.
Absolutely.
So we can't just say... that's just like a little percentage. So if you really think about it, because you tell me, would you rather be you or you with more money?
I'd rather be me with more money.
Exactly.
That's assuming that I'm in the same mental state that I am now. Now let's look at this. I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast. This was a while ago, and he had a guy who was held captive in Mexico or something like that by some drug cartels, and they held him there for like 2 years. And he said the worst he's ever been in that situation mentally was the first month or 2 months. Why? Because every day he woke up thinking someone could save me. Right?
He was being captive by the cartel?
He was held captive. They were in cages. They were feeding them food through holes and stuff like that. He said his best days was the first month and a half when he had hope that he would be saved. Like, listen.
So that's his best days?
His best days.
Okay.
Hey, man, the army's about to come get us. We're good. We're just chilling. After 2 months, he's just like, hey, nobody's coming to save up. Give up all hope. We have nothing to look forward to because no one's coming to get us. And I think that's the same thing with poor people and the difference between poor and rich. When you're poor, you can be extremely depressed, but somewhere in the back of your mind, you think, you know what? The issue is money. And I have that rope to hold on to if I was to get rich, if I was to win the lottery. That's why a lot of poor people play lottery. If they have all these big ideas. But when you have it all, you realize it's nothing going to fucking save you because you have it all.
But no.
And that's why I think those rich motherfuckers fall into a deeper type of depression than the average person. If that makes any sense at all.
Well, yeah, if you have more, you would. If you have more and things don't go your way, yeah, you'll be depressed more. I feel
because you know that there's nothing else to gain.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
There's not another car you could buy to. You have a yacht. You have a private plane.
Yeah.
What the fuck is gonna make you? You could get all the girls.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now that you're unhappy?
Yeah. So I see what you're saying. So that argument, that's a valid argument you're saying because you have more, you're going to be more depressed. That's why.
Yes. And if you get depressed, if you depend, and I think these rich people, I'm not saying you are meant, you're definitely going to be depressed when you have money, but there's other things to deal with depression, like getting fit, doing something meaningful in your life. I think that's a real key to depression, whether you're poor or not. But us, a lot of poor people look at money, but it's a hope. It's a rope in the water that you could possibly grab on, and it's gonna bring you to shore. So you're wide eyed about it, and it kind of takes your focus off of shit.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you are right, and you saying that. What was Dame Dash saying? Dame Dash was talking about you are a stingy motherfucker if you don't really do good for others. Let's say you live in a 1-bedroom apartment and you have a family, a kid or two, like you stingy.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing enough because you're supposed to have a room for that for your daughter or your son, your child.
Mm-hmm.
You know, situations like that. And I like that mindset too, because sometimes I think, like, how can I be the best brother today? You know, because I feel like I go through moods sometimes, but how can I be the best brother? How can I be the best son? How can I be the best boyfriend today? How can I be the best friend? You know, I try to, this is recent though, I try to be aware of myself every day.
That's being self-conscious. That's a good practice.
Yeah. How can I be the best? You know, I don't want to come off like I don't love you or anything. I do.
Right. Real quick before we get off the Kanye and Kanye topic, well, I actually want to take it to Trump. Trump did you watch an interview with Fox? And there's a couple things he was wrong on, obviously. Yeah. No one's perfect. We're going to talk about the other presidential campaigns and the dumb shit that he said. But the guy was a smart guy. He made Trump look dumb in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things where Trump was just like, fuck you. There's a lot of things where Trump was just so right, you can't deny it. For example, and this is back, I want us to tie this in because, like, just with Kanye, you look at this figure and they have a past of doing dumb stuff and they drop gems. And you just don't want to accept it because it's coming from that person. What do people say? Kill the, what do they say? Don't kill the messenger or something like that. He's just carrying the message. Fuck Trump, right? You want to hate Trump? You want to hate Kanye? Okay, fuck the messenger. Did you get the message? Mm-hmm. And they drop a lot of gems. And one of the things that I've agreed with Trump off rip that a lot of people seem to hate is the fact that America is looking like they have the worst coronavirus because they test more than everyone. That's common sense. Yeah, that is common sense. Why is that a controversy?
Yeah.
We're going to have more cases because we're better at testing. We have probably the best healthcare system in the world, and it's beneficial to us to know exactly how much people have COVID.
Yeah.
In China, they don't give a fuck.
They need people to die.
They need motherfuckers to die over here. Yeah. You think America has more COVID cases than India? No. With 100 motherfuckers in a hut?
Yeah, that's a fact. Mom, that's a fact. The motherfuckers live bad, but every time someone that goes to a different country, they always say, nah, you're not living bad when you're in the United States of America.
No, you're living actually the greatest life that's probably ever been created.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that Trump said on there was that, and then I was reading the article where this nursing home, I think it was a nursing home or it was like a testing center. They had 150 tests. I told you about this earlier this week. 150 tests, and they did some investigations, and it came back that 90 of them were false positive tests. 150 positive tests came back that 90 was false positive. Let's just infer, let's just think that this is happening at least 10% of the times in America. I don't even know how the fuck you get a false positive test. A false negative test is very common.
Yeah.
Because you could not get the germ on it. You could not. That's why they put the swab all the way up your nose to make sure they get it. How do you get 90 false positive tests?
That's bad technology or whatever they use.
Nigga, I think they trying to run it up.
The U.S. is just trying to run it up?
I don't know who's trying to run it up. I think what Trump is saying, man, fake news, man. I think all these numbers are being like...
You got to use that. We got to use it against him. This is
Yes. He spoke about that on his interview also. These Democratic people are purposely trying to kill the economy because it's not a secret that Trump is running on the economy. That's what he has to provide. Keep schools closed. Hey, fuck that. We're not in phase 4 yet. Let's take it back to phase 2. Right? They're trying to drown out Trump's one only cry to be president.
That's what the Democrats are doing?
Yeah.
They try to keep the school closed and everything?
Try to keep the economy closed so that it gets closer and closer. The economy gets more fucked up. Hey, Trump, what did you actually do for us?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Let's get racist Joe Biden in there. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question. Who's more racist, Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Damn. They both racist.
I don't think it's close.
You think someone's more racist?
I think Joe Biden is way more racist than Donald Trump.
I don't, like I said, bro, I don't like the whole...
Did you hear what he said yesterday?
What did he say yesterday?
It probably was a couple days ago. Donald Trump is the most racist, not only most racist, Donald Trump is the first racist president in American history.
That's what he said?
Swear to God.
Oh, bro, nah, all right, bro. Nah, son, like, if he was here, I would have smacked him in his face, bro.
He be wildin'.
Yeah, he wildin'. Like, come on. He think people are, like, that's so disrespectful. You think people are dumb? Like, he's just talking and talk at this point. He really think, bro, that just shows, if you really vote for him, that just show the type of person you really are. You don't have a mind of your own, if you really think about it. You really a soldier. And that's your general.
I'm being honest right now, if you're voting for Joe Biden, you're tripping.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, I swear to God, I'm not a Trump supporter. I am not MAGA. If I had a vote, if I was a citizen, Donald Trump is getting my vote. This nigga Joe Biden. Okay, let's think about it. One of the things that Donald Trump was talking about.
The funniest shit ever.
What?
He really said that.
Let's think about this. Donald Trump was like, "Listen, I challenged Joe Biden to a fucking IQ test. I promise you, he wouldn't pass it." And the interviewer was like, "Oh," and everyone is thinking, "Yeah, facts. Joe Biden. I don't think Joe Biden could pass any fucking test." I don't even think he could take a blood test right now. He's fucked up in the head. He's senile.
Yeah, bro.
He had an interview around 2 months ago. Great interview. Ended it with one of the most racist things that you could say, right? If you don't vote for me, you're not black.
Oh, yeah. But Charlamagne?
Okay, Joe Biden. Yeah, but Charlamagne. Okay, Joe Biden. Who the fuck told you that?
Yeah.
Right? Who gave you the... That is racist.
Racist, bro. That's racist.
Yo, bro.
You just say...
Who gave Joe Biden the clout to pull niggas' black cards? Yo, what the fuck, son?
That's a fact, though. That's really funny. He's wildin'. Like I said, if you really respect this man any shape or form, you don't have a mind of your own. You lost out here.
As Trump calls him, Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, he is really. Oh my goodness.
So in the interview, Trump was saying that I challenged him to IQ test, and why is he not doing interviews? Why is he just hiding in his basement and hiding the fact that he's really senile? He probably has what they call that when you start forgetting stuff. Alzheimer's. He's not mentally there. Trump didn't call him senile. He actually said he's not mentally equipped for the job, which was a nice way of saying this nigga doesn't even remember his sister from his wife. Mm-hmm. That's actually one of the things he said.
Oh.
And it's a fact.
Yeah.
He did one interview 2 months ago with Charlamagne, said some dumb shit that people should have been a lot more angry for. But because, like Kanye said, we be sucking Democrats' dicks no matter what they do to us, we accept it. What would people have said if Trump said, "If you don't vote for me, you black"?
Yeah.
He would have got they would have kicked him out of the office.
Yeah, easily.
Kicked him out of the office.
Mm-hmm.
And this nigga does a second interview and then he says this thing.
What he say again? I
want to remember. Why is my brain should be fine right now? I just had a great workout. He said that Donald Trump is the first racist president in U.S. history. There have been presidents that had slaves.
Oh my god!
I was actually doing some research. So let me see if I could pull it up real quick.
Yo, Joe Biden, what the fuck?
What the fuck, Sleepy Joe? Hold on. I think it's right here. Now go ahead, say what she's gonna say.
I can't say nothing. I'm mad. I'm just mad. I'm mad. People showing this man some type of any form of respect for saying some violent, disrespectful shit.
Andrew Johnson had slaves. One of the American presidents. Martin Van Buren. He is the president who created the Democratic Party. And he had slaves in the fucking North. In the North. He wasn't even in the South.
But he's not racist, according to Joe Biden.
Hey, yo, bro. If any, I swear to God, I'm standing on the hill. If you vote for Joe Biden, you might be racist.
Yeah.
If we're not going to hold Joe Biden accountable for the shit that he says, and we're going to hold Trump accountable for little minuscule things, little slip-ups. Trump is a raw guy. Trump is disrespectful. I know that. I'm not trying to defend Trump. I am not MAGA. I just know that this nigga is more racist.
Yes. We know, like, common sense. That's what it is. It's common sense.
Right. To bring up a quick point here, I was listening to see if you follow me. I think black people will miss their biggest opportunity for advancement in America. I was listening to the Brilliant Idiots, and they brought up a great point. They were saying that Donald Trump, I think most people understand that Donald Trump, a rich, well-to-do kid from the day he was born, millionaire father, who is now a billionaire, is now a president, doesn't give a fuck about poor white people.
Not at all.
Donald Trump actually likes black people more than he likes poor white people. He used to be cool with all the rappers and stuff like that, right? But why? Why did he make that his base? Because they were the forgotten people. No one was fighting for them. No one was fighting for their jobs. So he said, listen, I see a target market. That's my niche. I'm going to serve my niche. And Donald Trump, unlike any other president in the history of the United States, has served his base more than anyone. Once, whatever the issue is, whatever his base wants, he's going to give them that. Whatever he thinks is beneficial to them, he's going to give them that. Why? Because he wants to be reelected. I don't think he cares about white people. Black people. We should have supported Trump. Think about how Trump would have been rotting for us right now if he was elected on the black vote.
That's a fact. Yo, that's what it is. It's all ran off a target market. That's business 101 too.
Business 101.
Target market?
Trump is a businessman. He runs the country like a business. What do you do in a business? If you have a vegan restaurant, guess who you don't serve?
People that are not vegan.
People that don't eat meat. I don't give a fuck if you want to say, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's not for you.
If you own a steakhouse, guess who you're not marketing to? Vegans. I don't give a fuck if you don't like niggas killing animals. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that's what Trump, I think someone who owns a vegan restaurant might own a steakhouse. Guess why? Because it's business. They might not believe in any of the shit. And I think that's what Trump has ran on. Deep thinker. You got to be a free thinker out here, brothers and sisters.
Right, bro. And yo, Joe Biden, somebody need to smack you, bro.
Somebody needs to smack this nigga and get his mind right.
His neurons are not running straight. His brain, bro. But that's true. And as you can see, Joe Biden saying that, you can see his type of target market. Like, he not catching me.
Who is he targeting though?
Stupid people.
Nah, I don't. And
that's what it is, bro.
And that's the worst part about. That's the worst part about his campaign is that he doesn't have a target market. You can't even say he's going for black people. You can't say he's going for white people. Like, he's just existing. He's kind of existing in a bubble right now.
But it wasn't on Twitter. Kanye said it. He's just saying, was it Kanye? He was saying, like, bro, we said it. I'm not too sure, but we as black people, we've been so focused on being straight Democratic, like.
And let's think about this, right? If you had a girlfriend or boyfriend that told you, no matter what you do, honey, if you fuck 100 girls, if you cheat on me, I'm going to take you back. It doesn't matter. Would you stop cheating?
No.
Like, the Democrats know they got y'all vote. They are not trying to do anything to benefit you.
Kanye, who said that? But that's a fact, though. They not. They already got your vote.
They got that shit in the bag. They locked up through the key, and they don't even give a fuck about you. If you don't vote for me, you're not black.
Yeah.
So, motherfucker, vote for me. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. So, guess what? You don't have a choice to vote for me, because if not, you're not black.
Yeah. Now,
being not black would probably be a good thing in 2020.
No, don't say that.
You're not jacking that?
No, I'm not jacking that at all.
In certain situations.
Nah, we good. You know
shout out to all my white boys.
That's a fact. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everyone that show love.
Nick Falzone. That's one of my favorite white boys.
Shout out to Nick. Shout out to my boy Tiago. Shout out to my man ASAP Last. Shout out to Ferry. Shout out to everyone.
I think Nick is the only white person I know. No, I'm playing.
What
we talking about now, brother? What we talking about now?
I want to talk about, first of all, Yo, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. All right, so I'm gonna let you go, but I feel like I've been talking a lot this podcast. Yeah,
I just been chatting, right?
Nah, that's valid.
I feel like I'm really hyperactive right now.
That's good. You got that good working today. Today, great day. It's the greatest show ever right here. What is it? The Washington football team?
Oh my god.
Yo.
So to give people a quick backstory, about a week ago, the Washington Redskins came out and said that they were going to change the name of their football team that was initially the Washington Redskins.
Yeah. You can't say that, bro.
I guess we're gonna bleep it out. They changed the name from the Washington Beeps to they didn't announce it, right? And it's because they said the name was offensive to Native American people, even though a bunch of Native Americans came out and said that they weren't truly offended by it.
And also a bunch that they are truly offended by it.
Okay, so whatever, let's say, right? And Dan Snyder, the owner of the team, a lot of pressure was put on him by a lot of companies. The top one I remember is FedEx. They was like, "Hey, change this, else we're not doing business with you." And we all know money talks and bullshit walks. But there was pressure on him for years to change the name, and he didn't do it.
It was too much pressure.
And I finally figured out why he didn't do it.
Why?
Because these motherfuckers are not creative. They can't come up with a
name. You don't think so?
Yo, bro. You gotta think. Just visualize this. These dudes are in the think tank for a week. Like, let me get some. What can we think about? And they come out with the Washington football team. What the Giants was called the New York football team.
But here's my take on this though. You gotta think, mitochondria. Nah, that's for some. You see that video?
Nah, I know what mitochondria is. Though.
Yeah, but it's like these two dudes, bro. They be wearing clothes like from 2001. It's all comedy skits, right?
Okay,
baggy ass clothes, and they be like, "Yo, bro, you stupid, bro. 5 + 5 = 21. You gotta think mitochondria."
Do you know what a mitochondria is though?
It's like a cell, the plant, right?
No, well, okay. So the cell is you have a cell. And you have a bunch of different things in the cell, including the nucleus, and you have the cell walls and stuff like that. The mitochondria is actually the powerhouse of the cells. It gives the cells all this energy and stuff like that. It produces ATP, which is basically gives you energy and different stuff like that. But I'm in a whole different type of bag.
Hey,
I'm a free thinker, you know?
If you a science student, you about to pass.
Yo, I should start a tutoring, like a little tutoring thing, right?
Why not? You watch this podcast, you a science student? You gonna pass just because he said.
Send me a DM and I'll tutor you for free for about $100.
But going back to the Washington football team, I was thinking why they did that. Why they changed the name from Washington Bleep to the Washington football team.
Talk to me.
Is because football season gonna start, right? Mm-hmm. It is too much work to change the name, the color. It could be like the Washington Presidents, but you're not gonna have that red and that yellow. Like that.
But won't you have to change the names anyways?
But what I'm saying is, if you change it, that would be like a whole year process. You got to think about you got to change everything in that stadium. You got to change banners, uniforms, the name, the logo.
Is it? So, are you able to wear Washington Redskin gear to a game now?
That's what I'm saying.
That's weird, right? And if they ban it, you're gonna have to refund every single fan who has any type of what do you call it? Any type of gear.
Anything.
If you got a hat or a jersey that says Washington Redskin on it, what are you going to do?
Throw it out. Damn, imagine someone that has I see some dude on YouTube who's an old dude. He's a gamer, serious gamer. And he's a big Washington Redskins fan. I know he tight.
For real?
Yeah, he got like his whole basement like a man cave.
He about to
Washington Redskins stuff.
Damn.
I'll be sick. You know how much money that is?
That's money.
Change.
But I think they should have to compensate people like that.
Yeah,
but because
bro, they ain't no whole world.
What about players in the Hall of Fame? The Washington Redskins probably don't have any Hall of Fame players. Do you have to change the name on the bus and stuff like that?
That's what I'm saying.
That's a lot.
Change the name, the Washington football team. They change it right now to Washington football team, and then that's it. Shout out
to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Hopefully, y'all do good this year. Yeah, they got Dwayne Haskins. I think he could be pretty good. You don't like him?
I don't like him. Because he's like Cam Newton, a poster boy. Man, it was tight the Giants didn't pick him.
I think you hate all black quarterbacks.
No, it's not. I hate people that try to flex and then don't do nothing. And I understand you are a rookie.
Yeah.
But come on. He was like flexing.
He is very cocky for a rookie quarterback.
Yes, which is good. But what I'm saying is you do not flex and then don't produce. And yes, we know the Washington Redskins suck. But when you realize the Giants didn't pick you, you were hurt. You were like, oh.
Yeah.
It's game time.
Yeah.
You know what it is when we play the Giants.
Wait, he said that?
Nah, he just posted something on IG, and that was like the aroma around that post.
Okay.
That he was trying to disrespect the Giants.
Yeah.
And he had nothing to show for this whole season.
But as you said, his team was bad, so you can't put too much
do you know that defense is filled with Alabama defensive players?
Are they a good defense?
No.
Exactly. So
that's what I'm saying, though. It's crazy to even think about. You got the top college athletes, and you guys don't even know what
the fuck is going on.
Y'all had to change your whole name. Y'all not even focused on football. Y'all worried about what your name is going to be.
You know, it's interesting though, because we understand how important football coaching is, and not even further than coaching, how important a culture is.
Yeah.
Because as a freshman, you come in and you automatically soak up the energy of the older guys, right? Mm-hmm. If everyone is on time to meetings, if everyone is in the gym going hard, that's kind of what you adopt. And if everyone is slacking off, that's kind of what you do also. So I think it's going to be hard to turn around a franchise like that.
Yeah, very hard.
Yeah, like you look at these franchises like the Washington Redskins and the Browns. Who else? The Miami Dolphins. Like they've just been bad forever.
Forever.
And I don't think it's any like hope in sight for these dudes.
Yeah, not at all. It's just too much to even think about. Like that's the Browns. You got two of the most famous receivers on your team, Baker Mayfield, who is another poster boy.
Yeah, that's going to be bad forever. But this is not a sport podcast. I actually wanted to introduce a new segment that I would have told you about if you were fucking on time for the podcast. Are you gonna be on time next week?
Talk to them.
Are you gonna be on time next week?
Talk to them. They know the story.
They okay. I guess they do know the story, and that's a good story. That's a good excuse. I wouldn't have want you to shit yourself.
Nah, bro, you gonna go off the shit, bro. What it is?
I wouldn't have want you to.
What's the segment you
gonna bring up? Shit you won't learn on social media, right? There's a lot of things that go on, but social media has a target audience. At least the people that I follow. Okay. All right, guys, we're back. So I just wanted to... Malcolm informed me that apparently everyone was talking about this on social media. So we're going to hold off the shit you won't learn on social media segment for another day. But I just want to pay my respects to John Lewis and C.T. Vivian.
Yes. Two
people that were instrumental in the civil rights movement. That I've never heard about them prior to this point.
No, that's true.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we had this conversation before, but I hate the fact that we only learn about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Yeah.
And maybe it's on us to do our research and learn about these brothers and sisters because the information is out there.
Yes, it is.
But I think if there's, hey, let's do something. Let's go home after this podcast and see what other important living people that were a part of the civil rights movement and give them their flowers while they're still here.
That's true.
Because I think that's important.
Form of respect, yep.
Yes, facts. So respect to you guys. Respect to John Lewis, R.I.P. Respect to C.T. Vivian. We appreciate for what you guys did for us. And I was actually thinking about this, right? Like, you got to think. John Lewis actually said, a lot of people say that we haven't come anywhere. And he's like, I would invite anyone that says something like that to walk in my shoes. Because as a black kid that grew up in Alabama, where, you know, like, shit just wasn't cool for us at all at the height of Jim Crow, for me to become a Congress member and a well-respected Congress member shows extreme growth.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I was just really happy for these two brothers to come from that background and to see what happened this year with the killing of George Floyd, to see how black people turned up and showed like, listen, we still have fight in us and we still understand that we're not where we need to be and we're willing to put our necks on the line just like they did. Mm-hmm. So I think these brothers died happy.
Yes.
I think they died with a certain type of joy within them saying, listen, the future of black people is in good hands. So.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
And they did the dirty work. And it's scary to even think like the situation that they had growing up and to where they prevailed to where they are at now.
Facts.
You know?
Big facts.
Big shout out to them.
We probably don't have a lot of time left, and this is a deep discussion I want to get into for reparations. You want to save this for next week?
Yeah, we can save it.
Because you probably didn't do much research on it, right?
Sorry,
I'm saying I didn't do all the research I wanted to do. So you want to save it for next week?
For next week.
All right, facts. Let's save it for next week. I want to give this shit like 30 minutes. You got anything to talk about?
Other than that, no, not really.
I was watching they call him the Black Wall. What do they call him? They call him Wall Street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a guy in prison. Just to give you guys a quick little background, he was arrested when he was like 18, attempted a robbery, and he killed someone. Got sentenced like, I think it was like 65 years to life in prison. And the sentence was actually reduced to what did it reduce to? I think it was reduced like 20. After 20 years, he would go on probation, or he would have that like hearing where they determine, are we going to let you out, or are we going to let you out in a year or 2 years? And he's actually up for that this year, so it's going to be determined if he's released this year or not. But the way he sounded so confident that they're going to let him out, And I think they're gonna let him out too. Like he's clearly a reformed guy.
Yeah.
So this guy went into prison. I think it was in the maybe late 1990s or early 2000s. At 18 years old, poor, broken, just stupid, ignorant black kid, and he says that himself. That's why he ended up in that situation. And somehow this guy who walked into prison with nothing, not even the right shoulders on his head, he said it took him like 10 years of being in prison to even realize what he did was wrong. Before he even realized that he killed someone. In his mind, he said, I was just taking advantage of opportunity. And what had to get done, got done. This guy's going to walk out this year of prison with like $10 million in his bank account. Which I think is a crazy story.
It is a crazy story. He's coming out of prison with $10 million. You don't hear that a lot.
$10 million.
You're probably the first one.
Yeah.
Whoa. People that are already wealthy that go into prison over, what do they call white collar crimes?
Yeah.
Will have.
No, he was
funds.
broke.
That's what I'm saying.
From
you never
the
hear
hood
that.
in Compton.
Yeah.
And he's about to walk out. Oh my God.
This is how broke he was. He was set out to go rob someone for their drugs, and this motherfucker was stealing cereal. He said, drugs, fuck drugs. I need something to eat tomorrow.
Doing that. And that was crazy to me, right? That was like, fuck. A lot of these kids are actually broken coming out of these situations. They're just doing shit, as he said, I looked at it as an opportunity. I never looked at robbing someone as hurting someone. It was an opportunity that me in the situation I'm in, that I need to take advantage of. And that brings I actually, let me try to find it. Ben Shapiro. Have you ever heard of Ben Shapiro?
Ben Shapiro, no.
I think he's like a political commentator, and he is the definition of pull yourself up by the bootstraps. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and they were having a conversation about how do we get African American people to advance, and should we have sympathy for criminals who grew up in these communities? Should we have any sympathy for them? And his take is no. These guys should just grow up and know what the fuck to do and just be good as my rich white self who grew up in suburban Long Island or whatever. Should they, like, we all have this.
Born in LA.
He was born in LA, wherever the fuck he's from. And I'm just like, this dude is so fucking ignorant.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think he understands like just the mental trauma, and not even trauma, the mindset that you get from growing up in such a neighborhood. You literally don't have a right mind on you if you grew up in a fucked up place. Not
at all.
So it's impossible for you to make right decisions.
It really is, because if you look at look at his situation, Wall Street. He said, "Look, this was an opportunity for me, and it was to do criminal activity stuff. That's an opportunity for him." For people that live in a better situation, that's not an opportunity. That's stupid. Why would you do that to jeopardize yourself, to put you in a worse opportunity
and
in a worse situation?
And to tie it into mental health, and this is why mental health is scary. Sometimes mental health is all perception. A person being depressed for 10 years could just be a fucked up perception of life. Yeah. But guess what? They don't know that, and you can't tell them that. Because that's what mental illness is. And you can't just tell a kid who grew up without a dad, uncle selling drugs, and that's who he followed his whole life, that, hey, selling drugs is wrong. You can't just say that. That has no effect on a mind that's on a different type of circuit than yours.
And that's around that all day, every day.
All his whole life.
From Monday to Sunday.
From sun up to sundown.
That's what I'm going to see. I don't see anything better. You got to come take me.
And that's what success looks like. So guess what? I want to have the bitches. I want to have a Rolls Royce, and I want to trap. I want to be a trapper. Niggas got to know me as the biggest trapper in the world. Do you understand, Ben Shapiro, as a 5-year-old kid, you had dreams, right? When your mom said, what do you want to be, Ben? I want to be a doctor. I want to be a nurse. I want to be the president. You ask someone like Wall Street, what do you want to be? Nigga, I want to be the biggest hustler on the block. And that's as a 5-year-old kid. At that point, you don't have any like functional control over what you think. Yeah. At that point, you're a sponge. And that just really hurt me, the fact that he was talking like that.
That Ben Shapiro said that?
Yeah, Ben Shapiro said
that's heartbreaking. That's very disrespectful. You should not be saying that.
He's a smart dude. He had some good points on how to improve the black community, but his thing was like, hey, he even said we don't need to give the black community any more money. We already gave them enough money. Let them figure it out. Hey, just stop shooting niggas.
Yeah.
That's the key. Just stop shooting niggas.
He said that?
I swear to God, bro.
He said just stop shooting people?
Just stop shooting people. He's like, the way is to just, he was like, at some point, you're going to have to just stop picking up the gun and shooting each other and everything will be good.
But why was he able to, why is Joe Rogan having him speak on that?
Because Joe Rogan
situation?
is a fair guy. Joe Rogan is going to have, he had, what's the mic dude? The guy who spoke at the George Floyd initial.
Oh, Big Mike.
Big Mike. I don't think that's his name, but something like that.
But I think that's what they call him, Big Mike. You look it up, dude. Big Mike. I think
he had him on the podcast, and he's very pro-black with some similar like black superiority views. He has some of those. Joe Rogan has everybody.
Yeah,
and he's not gonna. Joe Rogan was not agreeing with everything he said. He was like, hey, you got to look at it like this. You got to look at it like this. No, you're incorrect. Joe wasn't agreeing with him, but Joe's going to have him one there to have that discussion. Because that's what Joe does. He's in the discussion business. I got cotton mouth right now.
Does. It's Killer Mike. Is it Killer Mike?
It's Killer Mike. And if he could have Mr. Louis Farrakhan on there, I'm sure he would.
That's true.
To disagree with a bunch of shit that he says.
So Joe Rogan was disagreeing with Ben Shapiro.
But yeah.
Your resume is not valid to speak on certain situations.
It's not.
If you don't understand it, or go through it or anything.
Facts. I think that's it for the episode.
Yeah.
This felt real fast. This felt like time flew.
It was just like an hour 15.
Yeah. I feel like I'm on Adderall right now. Like I feel like I've been talking like really, really fast.
That's good. Remember, you're basing your opinion, more energy. We know what we need. Energy flowing.
That's a fact. Guys, honestly, I want to say this thing.
This shit part of the podcast? Oh.
What
we just talked about.
Oh, yeah, it's part of the podcast. We didn't do our outro yet.
That's a fact.
Do our outro yet. YouTube videos and our social media has been growing.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. Thank you.
YouTube videos been getting some decent views. I want to thank you guys personally, like truly. Thank you. You the person sitting down right now watching this video. I want to thank you. Malcolm, say thank you.
I said thank you, but thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you. And we're going to keep coming to you guys with this motherfucking content.
That's it.
Keep tuning in. Keep listening.
Progress.
We're going to get better. We're going to get better as time goes on. So.
Sky's the limit, my man.
Sky's the limit, guys.
Dave Dash. Shout out Dave Dash, but he said, he was just talking about working for free. Like, if you like doing something, working for free.
And that's what we're doing right now. We're working at a deficit right now.
I don't even say that.
Technically, but as you said, it's all worth it. It is worth it in the long run. Even if we never make $1 off of this shit, because you know that's not what we think. Like, it's worth it. It's something productive. It's for the knowledge.
More for the knowledge.
For production. And guys, thank you once again for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining us on this journey.
Split out.
We out.